Tyler Boyd, Titans wide receiver, joins us now on 104.5 The Zone. Tyler, we appreciate you taking some time this morning. Have you gotten used to hearing yet, after 8 years in Cincinnati, Titans wide receiver Tyler Boyd?
How y'all doing, man? I appreciate y'all for having me. But no, it's still a new thing for me to try to get used to.
No, we're very happy to have you on the show. Titans fans are just tickled to death that you're on their football team, because this is a place that has, you know, had its issues getting quality wide receiver play in the history of the franchise. So to have a collection of, or a group of you guys that's as accomplished on the front end and as talented on the youth side of things as this one appears to be, it's got the fan base pretty excited.
For sure, man. Yeah, you know, I'm just happy and blessed to be a part of this organization. I'm just ready to get rolling and help this team win.
Absolutely. So with that, you hit free agency for the first time in your career, if I'm not mistaken, this offseason, yeah?
Yeah.
So what the hell was that like? That seems like a very, very stressful time in a player's life, especially if you haven't had to deal with all the stresses of that previously.
Yeah, very stressful. You know, like you said, it was my first go-around free agency, you know, and initially I thought it would go a lot smoother than it had, you know, so you kind of got to be patient, and it's like a roller coaster ride. But, I mean, at the end of the day, you get to weigh out your options and figure out the teams that fit you the best, you know, and it still give you a little time to just figure out the options that you have. And at the end of the day, I knew the Titans was one of the top teams that I felt that I could be a part of.
Well, because we put it out on social media that you were going to be hopping on with us today, Tyler, and I asked the audience if they had anything specific that they wanted to ask you, and I was surprised by this particular question from one of the listeners, Shane. He tweeted us and said, "Why not go to a contender if you're Tyler Boyd?" And I wonder if you look at that the same way, because the Titans are obviously building something here. It's not right. Anything that's a proven commodity yet. But even to get that question from the fan base, that surprised me a little bit. Did it surprise you?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, I trust in Callie's ways of operating, you know, because he had done it when I was in Cincy. You know, he helped build that team, you know, and this team is going through that restructuring deal, but we got a handful and loaded amount of talent that we got in free agency and in the draft, you know, and I just felt like I was probably one of the few missing pieces that can put everything together to put us on the top and mentioned as a contender team, you know, because I mean we have the depth, we got the two corners, we just came in and Sneed, we got Hop, you got Ridley, got me, and we have a great offensive line. The D line is even crazier with Simmons. I mean, on paper we have a contending team, you know, we just got to put it all together, and I'm here to help do that.
For you, working primarily, not exclusively, but largely out of the slot for the bulk of your career, I saw some headlines out of Cincinnati, the Sultan of Slot. Have you heard that as a nickname before?
No, that was my first time hearing it.
There's a couple of headlines on the Bengals website. I thought it might be. It's probably not the best nickname in the world, but it's not a bad nickname at all. Right. For you though, at working out of the slot position in this system that you've been very familiar with for the past 5 or 6 years, how much can you help define the throws for a young quarterback who's trying to maximize his success here in Will Levis?
I think hugely, you know, because like you said, with me being a vet and I understand the offense and where I should be rather than where I got to be, you know, because at the end of the day, it's about inches and yards, and it's football. You know, it's easy to draw up a route for me, but I'm kind of good with kind of knowing what my quarterback is thinking. You know, if he goes into his progressions and I'm supposed to be 5 yards to the hash and I see a linebacker there, then I know if he sees that, he knows I should be on the other hash, you know, to try to find an opening window for me. So I just think me having great feel in a slot and maneuvering throughout the middle of the field is going to help him, you know, get rid of the ball quickly and not hold it as much, because I understand the offense a lot and where I should be when he wants me to be there.
Titans wide receiver Tyler Boyd is here with us on 104.5 The Zone.
Tyler, you were heading into year 5 of your career when Joe Burrow came into the league as a rookie. Just what do you remember about working with Joe as a young quarterback, and what have you taken from that experience and now carrying it over with Will Levis obviously going into year 2?
Yeah, I think it's a little different in the comparison of those two. Not on a skill level, but based off of with Joe coming in, I kind of only had 1 year under my belt in our offense, I believe, and I still kind of had to maneuver and kind of still work through my ability into the offense as well. So I still was going through a learning curve just as well as he was, so we kind of picked up that chemistry throughout years playing together, and me being a part of that system already flourishing here, having that same system, and with Levis, I think it'll help him grow faster because I already got an idea. Like I said, I mentioned before that I already know where he expects me to be, in certain plays or when certain coverages come about. I'm like I said, I'm real good of trying to maneuver through different holes and finding the right one so he can find me sooner, and I think it'll just help his progression.
All right, so you got here Monday, right?
Yes.
Practiced on Tuesday.
Yep.
And today you are at the facility, I assume?
Yep.
So when do you get a chance to catch your breath and kind of take in your new surroundings? Because that all feels like it'd be a bit of your head swimming for a minute.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, a new beginnings come, and just trying to feel acclimated and get comfortable here, And, I mean, at the end of the day, I'm here to play football, and I know it's real great people in this building, from the coaches to the players, who's going to gravitate towards me and who's going to just help me get through my way and navigate me around the building. So, I mean, as the days come, I'll kind of get confident in where I'm going and things like that, but I don't think it's too bad right now.
How much of a help was Calvin yesterday? Not that Calvin was the only help to you out on the practice field, Calvin Ridley, but we just noticed how vocal he is with all of his teammates, with you, with Traylon, with Hop, with Callahan, with Nick Holtz, the offensive coordinator. How active was he in kind of getting everybody up to speed or trying to help workshop things yesterday?
Yeah, it's huge, because that's our guy, and he came in free agency as well, and just him having his presence there and being vocal, something that I kind of pride myself on as well. But it just brings other guys confident, and it just shows that how much he loves the game, and it's not just about money, and he's about building long-term relationships with guys who he's working with, throughout the whole football season, because that's huge, because there's going to be times where some guys might come in the building and not feel like doing something, but as long as you give some type positive energy, then they can kind of use that to get by throughout the day, So just having his energy and his presence, I think, is what a leader is all about.
Callahan's talked before in previous interviews. I think it was at the owners' meeting. He was sitting down with some people at ESPN talking about the idea of using Calvin in the mold of Jamar from the previous offense and with the previous collection of players that you guys had in Cincinnati. Not that Jamar Chase, obviously a very, very high-level player. Calvin is as well, so not trying to do any comparisons there with the individuals. But in terms of the system and what it sets up for all of you guys, beyond just being able to separate yourselves, how much does Callahan help you as a bonus to create these open windows to throw into and help with that level of separation that you're able to create as an individual?
Yeah, it's huge. Well, back to the Chase and the Ridley thing. I think he meant like they can play the inside and the outside. So it's so many more ways that he can get Ridley the ball. And just in the offense in general, it can free up and move a lot of people around and getting them free access catches and just getting guys the ball quickly, so you could just let your playmakers make plays. And I think that's so significant in the offense, because it's not just people just getting to play and standing there and not moving and not be able to create different mismatches and try to pull different leverages from the defense. So it's kind of great that this offense is run like that, because it's like the sky's the limit. You can put any guy in the same position and just call it different, and guys running different routes all the time. And with Red, like I said, man, he's a special player. He's a guy you can put in the backfield, you can put him in the slot, you can put him in the outside. So I think that's was the comparison of how Callahan was trying to explain it.
So, Tyler, I'm not sure if you know this, but upon your signing with the Tennessee Titans, you are now the second professional athlete in Nashville with the name Tyler Boyd. Nashville Soccer Club with the U.S. international Tyler Boyd, an attacker that they acquired from L.A. in the offseason. Are you familiar with this, the sport of soccer, MLS in general? And what kind of competition should we set up to determine the number one Tyler Boyd of Nashville sport?
Yeah, it's so crazy because I really don't know the guy as much, but like on Twitter, you know, and people tweet at you, I will always get different tweets for him. So I kind of know him, but I don't really know him, you know. But
you are not getting tweets, Tyler, about the other Tyler Boyd's performance in Nashville SC games.
But it was just coming so frequently. I was just like, dang, like I did not know it was another Tyler Boyd, you know. But I hope nothing but the best for him. Hopefully, I get to meet him and we could just chop it up and just become closer friends since we're both here, you know. But as far as the competitiveness, you know, not nothing I can come up without the head. But you know, the name is just a great name. So hopefully he has a great season.
Tyler Boyd, Titans wide receiver Tyler Boyd, here with us on 104.5 The Zone. Tyler, we appreciate you taking some time. I know you like you said, you've been busy the past couple of days, so not the most flexible time in your schedule, but we appreciate you stopping by. Continued health and success, and looking forward to getting to know you a little better throughout the course of the season.
Absolutely, man. I appreciate y'all for having me. I'm looking forward to talking to y'all soon, too.
That's Tyler Boyd with us on 104.5 The Zone. New Titans wide receiver, first time not being a Bengal in his career after 8 great years in Cincinnati. Lot to break down, lot to digest from that. We also have additional OT takeaways. I hate that word so much. I hate it more than Rand's Bargans.
Good.
All of that next.